Socrates. The only true wisdom is in knowing you know nothing. The unexamined life is not worth living. I cannot teach anybody anything. I can only make them think. There is only one good, knowledge, and one evil, ignorance. Be kind, for everyone you meet is fighting a hard battle. Wonder is the beginning of wisdom. Strong minds discuss ideas, average minds discuss events, weak minds discuss people. To find yourself, think for yourself. Education is the kindling of a flame, not the filling of a vessel. By all means marry. If you get a good wife, you'll become happy. If you get a bad one, you'll become a philosopher. He who is not contented with what he has, would not be contented with what he would like to have. Be slow to fall into friendship, but when you are in, continue firm and constant. Sometimes you put walls up not to keep people out, but to see who cares enough to break them down. The secret of happiness, you see, is not found in seeking more, but in developing the capacity to enjoy less. Know thyself. Let him who would move the world first move himself. Death may be the greatest of all human blessings. Employ your time in improving yourself by other men's writings so that you shall come easily by what others have labored hard for. The hour of departure has arrived, and we go our separate ways, I to die, and you to live. Which of these two is better only God knows. The only good is knowledge and the only evil is ignorance. Do not do to others what angers you if done to you by others. I am not an Athenian or a Greek, but a citizen of the world. As quoted in Plutarch's of Banishment. Every action has its pleasures and its price. Prefer knowledge to wealth, for the one is transitory, the other perpetual. We cannot live better than in seeking to become better. We can easily forgive a child who is afraid of the dark. The real tragedy of life is when men are afraid of the light. Beware the barrenness of a busy life. Life contains but two tragedies. One is not to get your heart's desire, the other is to get it. The hottest love has the coldest end. Envy is the ulcer of the soul. Be as you wish to seem. Thou shouldst eat to live, not live to eat. I know that I am intelligent, because I know that I know nothing. True wisdom comes to each of us when we realize how little we understand about life, ourselves, and the world around us. From the deepest desires often come the deadliest hate. Be nicer than necessary to everyone you meet. Everyone is fighting some kind of battle. Once made equal to man, woman becomes his superior. My friend, care for your psyche, know thyself, for once we know ourselves, we may learn how to care for ourselves. Socrates. If you want to be a good saddler, saddle the worst horse, for if you can tame one, you can tame all. The beginning of wisdom is the definition of terms. I pray thee, O God, that I may be beautiful within. One should never do wrong in return, nor mistreat any man, no matter how one has been mistreated by him. The easiest and noblest way is not to be crushing others, but to be improving yourselves. He is richest who is content with the least, for content is the wealth of nature. In all of us, even in good men, there is a lawless wild beast nature, which peers out in sleep. I only know that I know nothing. Those who are hardest to love need it the most. The greatest blessing granted to mankind come by way of madness, which is a divine gift. All I know is that I do not know anything. Children nowadays are tyrants. They contradict their parents, gobble their food, and tyrannize their teachers. Be of good cheer about death, and know this of a truth, that no evil can happen to a good man, either in life or after death. Think not those faithful who praise all thy words and actions, but those who kindly reprove thy faults. My advice to you is get married. If you find a good wife you'll be happy, if not, you'll become a philosopher. All men's souls are immortal, but the souls of the righteous are immortal and divine. To be is to do. The highest realms of thought are impossible to reach without first attaining an understanding of compassion. Virtue does not come from wealth, but wealth, and every other good thing which men have, comes from virtue. To move the world we must move ourselves. I know you won't believe me, but the highest form of human excellence is to question oneself and others. He who is unable to live in society, or who has no need because he is sufficient for himself, must be either a beast or a god. Through your rags I see your vanity. There is no solution, seek it lovingly. The misuse of language induces evil in the soul. Wisdom begins in wonder. Not life, but good life, is to be chiefly valued. To know thyself is the beginning of wisdom. It is better to change an opinion than to persist in a wrong one. When you want wisdom and insight as badly as you want to breathe, it is then you shall have it. Living well and beautifully and justly are all one thing. Give me beauty in the inward soul, may the outward and the inward man be at one. There is no greater evil one can suffer than to hate reasonable discourse. Intelligent individuals learn from everything and everyone, average people, from their experiences. The stupid already have all the answers. To express oneself badly is not only faulty as far as the language goes, but does some harm to the soul. He is not only idle who does nothing, but he is idle who might be better employed. The ancient oracle said that I was the wisest of all the Greeks. It is because I alone, of all the Greeks, know that I know nothing. Beauty is a short-lived tyranny. Be true to thine own self. May the inward and outward man be as one. An unconsidered life is not one worth living. True knowledge exists in knowing that you know nothing. The more I know, the more I realize I know nothing. Now the hour to part has come. I go to die, you go to live. Which of us goes to the better lot is known to no one, except the God. As to marriage or celibacy, let a man take which course he will be sure to repent. Remember that there is nothing stable in human affairs, therefore avoid undue elation in prosperity, or undue depression in adversity.